came in with a game plan. At first, I thought we was doing good, but you can't go 3 and out 9 times in a row,
So I was fixing to ask you how many. I didn't even know
dude.
you were already going live, but that was my question: is how many times was it? I know it was a bunch in a row. Um, and then you started, and then after that, then you got turnovers, which the first time you've seen that from Michael Hawkins. But and I'm not blaming this on Hawkins so much as I'm blaming it on. I got to tell you, man, this is when you go out there and you hold them to 30 yards in the first half and
Yes.
turn them over. You've got to put some points on the board and turn this into a football game, and they didn't do that. And if
No.
you've got 2 weeks to prepare for this football team that hasn't been tested, I'm not backing off of that because they hadn't been tested.
Mm-mm.
And you've got 2 weeks to prepare for that, and you can't put up a fucking touchdown on the board.
It shows that, I hate to
He's
say it,
got to
that
go, man. I
the
think he's got to
trail,
go.
that job performance that him and that they were on,
Yeah,
it's. I mean, Brent. I know Brent is not going to want to do it. He's
I
going
think
to
he
have no
should do it on the
choice.
way back to Norman right now.
He's gonna have no choice because now the things it starts to look at Brent.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to fix something that you see that's wrong? And hey, what's going on, Sooner Legend? Hey, Sooner Legend. If you want to jump in, man, let me know. I'll send you the link if you want to jump in. Just let me know. Uh, I just think, man, that it has to be fixed. And let's not take away from this. Texas, they did enough to win the game, but I'm gonna
Sure.
bring up a
No,
stat.
listen, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Texas isn't. Look, I was wrong about how good their defense is because it is good. They
What's going
First
on,
off,
Nev?
the game planning wasn't good, but they were on his ass. He didn't have time to throw the ball. And
Yeah.
I had one of our guys sent me a message during the game and said, "I think they're going to go back to Jackson here. Maybe they should. He looks tentative." I was like, "No, no, no, no. That first off, that'd be catastrophic. In my opinion, that's a catastrophic move because now you're broken. You just broke them both.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Jackson's not even as fast or quick as uh as Michael, and Michael didn't have time to get the damn ball off. So that wasn't the move in my opinion. I don't think
Yep.
that that's something that you could have considered. Look, you're gonna have to let this kid go through it, and I think that you got to start letting some of these younger receivers get into it too. And I'll tell you, I think that those two guys should not be the coaches next
Here's
week.
the thing, Jason, and you hit it on the head. Hey, Shakur. Hey, is he was he on yesterday? Texas
Who's
fan,
that? Who's that?
Shakur. Hey, I was looking for Shakur. I was looking for Benji. I'll be the first one to tell you guys, congratulations on y'all's win.
Yeah, no, they
Congratulations on
did their
y'all
thing,
win
man. They did their
because
thing.
y'all
That's a
came in
better
there and
defense.
did what you were supposed to do.
Sure.
Uh, I'm not going to try to make no excuses because you had 2 weeks to prepare for
Nope.
Texas, and like
Nope.
Stephen B
There's no
said, that was
excuse.
embarrassing offensively today. And this is my thing. After the first 2 or 3 outs,
Yeah.
I got to say to myself as an OC, I got I got no choice but to trust him to make the right decision and get this down. You can't hold him hostage and not open up the playbook because you're scared of mistakes. You're getting your ass stomped. So you might as well just, hey, open the playbook up, and it is what it is. At least it gives you a better shot. Let me get to some of these.
That's not even a fair statement to say, Christopher Shannon. They're not giving them a fair shake in a good enough system. They're patching together two different offensive systems
Mhm.
and expecting these. And it it has what was that sprint run that they were doing today? What the
I
fuck?
have, dude. They were doing things
If
today
that
that
looks
they've
good
never done
enough in
before.
practice, this is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing that tells me if that looked good enough against Oklahoma's defense in practice for you to put that in, I want to know what is Brent Venables doing and looking at. He's got to take control of this thing. I'm not blaming this on Brent. I'm telling you, he's responsible for it, though.
Yeah. Well, he's responsible for the whole team. I mean, he's going to have to address this issue the same way Dabo did last year or the year before last, before he went and got Riley.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to soul search and say, hey, this is not. Now, you keep saying it's the standard. The standard is the standard. Well, this ain't the standard.
No, it's
So
not the
you're going to have to
standard.
do something. Hold on right quick.
Look, at some point,
hold on, Bevo Duddy. You can say Texas played a D game. If the other team
that's a
is
bunch of
doing 3 and outs 10 and 11 times a game, you ain't got to do much.
Hey, you
You ain't
can't
got to
just
do much
admit
at
that
all.
Oklahoma's defense is good too. We're sitting here telling you that we were wrong about the defense at Texas, and you're gonna sit here and you can't just admit that Oklahoma has a better defense than you want to admit.
Yeah.
And because that's a fact. They held you to 30 fucking yards in the first quarter. At some point, the dam did break.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
they're talented. They're too talented for it to not break.
Mm-hmm.
They are too talented for them to not to do it.
I don't agree with that. At least Texas,
This is
at
what they're
least
going to do. They're
Texas
just
had an
trolling.
identity on offense because regardless of what we say about Sark, he's gonna draw up plays. If they work or don't work, he's still gonna draw them up.
Yep.
We can't get two people that's supposed to be our offensive coordinators to draw up shit.
They had 30 something yards in the first quarter. I've got it right here on my damn picture. I took a picture of it. I don't know. I have it. Oh yeah, there it is.
Well, here's the thing. The first
So no,
half,
they had. I'm sorry, they had 13 total yards. 13 total yards in the first quarter.
yeah.
So the defense was doing its job. They got a turnover on them in the first series. They were going through. They had 13 yards, guys. So Oklahoma didn't do its job on the offensive side, and they had 2 weeks to do it. We're not making excuses for OU. I'm telling you, whenever they got it together, they got it figured out. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, man.
Hey, Shakar, I sat there and
You
told you.
weren't able to run the football until late after when the dam broke. The dam broke.
Yep.
You had 13 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Go back and look at the damn game. Fellas, I'm not trashing. I'm telling you, I'm giving Texas their flowers here. Texas is a better football team than I thought they were.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
But, and look, Oklahoma should be better than they are because they have that kind of a defense to be that good. And they should have been able to win. You can't go out there and have 9 in a row, 3 and outs, and then start turning the ball over and stay in the game. You guys should have put 60 on them. If their defense wasn't as good as it is.
Hey, I had somebody say that they laid off. They didn't lay off.
Don't start that shit
They
either.
did not lay off.
Tennessee Junior. Tennessee fucking Junior.
Hey, I had a buddy on my call. He said, no, man, we're not letting up. We're trying to score points because you don't call a timeout.
Do you really believe that Sark or any Texas coach would lay up on freaking OU when they could rub it in your fucking face? Shut up. That tells me that you don't know shit.
That 4th and 1 when they got it, and then they called back for holding. If they was just gonna just get points, they could have kicked a 21-yard field goal, but they were trying to go for the jugular, which
they were trying to put the game completely out of reach just in case you saw a comeback like what you saw at Auburn.
I think
you guys got to stop acting like idiots. It's one thing to come in here and troll us a little bit. Yeah. It's another thing to come in here and say dumb shit just to say it.
Yeah. My thing is this. I think, and this is just my opinion, if they would have started Arch, it might have been worse.
Hey, look, I mean, oh God, no, Quinn wasn't going to have any rust whatsoever, Coach.
Man, look, that's one thing I know about football is, and it's basketball, anything. It's just like if you go on vacation for 3 weeks and you come back, you can be sluggish as hell because you've relaxed and you don't want to get back to the same old thing. Might be a little bit different, but it's
Coach
going to
Rich,
take some time for you to get
when
back.
were those when were all those three announced? Those were all in the first half, were they not?
Yeah.
9 in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the first quarter
After the
you
field
got
goal.
13 yards. They did their job. They got a field goal and you got 13 yards. In the second quarter, the dam eventually broke towards the end. They fumbled the ball, what, 3 times in a row?
I think so. I, uh,
It was bad.
well,
You can't have it. You can't
Denzel,
have it.
I'm gonna tell you how they fixed it. They got to get rid of the OC that they got. They have to go get a real
Both of them.
OC.
They got to go.
A,
Well, I think you make Emmett Jones the interim for the rest of the year. If it's me, I would have done it already. I'd have fired him tonight.
yeah. I'm
I'm not saying, and
Jason.
that's probably a knee jerk on my part, but I'm going to tell you this. I don't know how, if you have 2 weeks to get ready and that's the game plan you came up with, look, they have a great defense, but that's silly shit.
Bevo, buddy. Y'all did you didn't lay off. No, you didn't. Y'all was trying to score as many points as you could, which I would too. You don't
He's
take
saying
your
we didn't
foot
lay
off
off. They
somebody's
didn't
neck.
lay off the shit. He
You
knows
don't take
better.
your foot off nobody's neck. And I
No
agree
way
with
you
on
would.
that.
In Oklahoma wouldn't take their foot off your neck. You know damn good and well they wouldn't. All right, Christopher Shannon. Here.
Look, who else would you went to? Because apparently the
Okay.
game, if you got 2 weeks to get to a game, and that's
A
what you came
fucking
up with,
freshman quarterback, dude. A freshman quarterback that's. Here's the other thing, guys. Did you see any separation being made from them receivers? I didn't. Those guys were not getting open. What's he supposed to do? Of course you were trying to run it up. You should have been trying to
I
run it
got
up.
I
I
got
wouldn't
one
respect you at
Texas
all if
fan
you
saying
didn't.
that we didn't lay off. Then I got another fan saying, Texas fan saying we did lay off. So at least I
This
got
is why we call
50-50.
you clowns. This is why we call you clowns. Because you can't
Bevo,
even do
buddy.
that. You can't even do this right, idiots.
But seriously, yeah.
You couldn't
Yeah,
even win right.
we
You
need a
couldn't
new
even win
OC.
right.
We need a new OC. And
Yeah.
it's unfortunate, man. That's 2 years in a row. Well, 2 years that Oklahoma's been good on one side and the other side has been terrible.
Well,
2017 and then this year. You had
mhm.
all these guys come back and this is what you reward them with is two OCs that don't trust their quarterback. That's all that was today. They did not trust Michael to throw the ball. You can't play
Well, and I
conservative.
mean, he looked tentative to make certain throws down the field,
Yeah,
down the middle.
yes. But that's
But
when
also, he got, how many sacks did he take?
uh
It was a bunch, and they
yeah,
didn't even really blitz.
no, no. Nah, Jackson is now better than Michael. Sorry.
Oh my God Almighty!
No.
All right. Well,
Well, look,
the
all I
dumbest
can
thing is
say,
about
guys, is that enjoy it because
yeah.
that team you playing next week, they got both
Stop
sides.
replying to them. Stop putting their shit up there. We already gave them their love. We can talk about Oklahoma. Fuck them.
Yeah. Yep.
They're morons. And now I can't help it that you guys are stupid asses. You know what? I can't. And I'm sitting here telling you that Texas is good. We're sitting here telling you that Texas is good. We didn't say they were coming back. We said he was trying to step on their throat to alleviate any thoughts because no matter what you say, and maybe to this offense it is, but 28 point leads are not that big in college football. We've seen them erased. We've seen them erased in this game against Sark with with a freaking dynamic quarterback with speed and an arm. you lack the competent offense to get it done in. You lack some of the, look, I'm not going to sit here and we're not also going to sit here and trash every player that Oklahoma has. This is a scheme issue. This is a development issue. We're talking about, you guys are trying to kill freshman receivers because they're not Ryan Wingo. And they haven't really gotten an opportunity. You said Ivan Carrion, he's only been in 2 games. We don't know why.
Yeah.
We don't even know why. He's 6'6". I think he ought to be in. I don't care if he's not a good practice player. I know guys that, there's always guys that are good practice players that suck on Sundays or Saturdays. And there's guys that are terrible practice players that are amazing when the lights are on.
Yep.
That's just how it is. You need to find out which one he is.
Yes.
And the same thing, I was glad to see a little more of Zion Kearney. He ran some good routes, caught a couple of balls. Do you notice that in that third quarter, they started moving the ball? And why? We were sitting there in the stands going, good Lord, at some point, would you just throw a quick slant to where he doesn't have to think very long, just get it out?
Yeah.
Make this game a little easier and get these guys out of the fucking box, for God's sakes.
Yep. It was crazy.
You have to do these things, and that's the point. Look, again, Texas did their thing. They won the game. They won it going. Yes, you won. You blew them out. You won. I get it. Enjoy it. But let's not take it to the point that when you start showing us that you know jack shit about why you won, then then we're not going to talk to you anymore. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I don't need to be bothered with that shit. I'm telling you, I was wrong about their defense. It was better than I thought.
Well, you ain't got to be that good when.
And that's the other thing. Well, and maybe it isn't.
You don't have to be that good,
maybe it
Jason.
Isn't better than I thought. It's just that offense is trash.
I never thought I would say
that Oklahoma offense was trash.
Well, I guess we gotten so accustomed to scoring a lot of points, 50,
brother.
And we've never had a defense. Now the defense is starting to look bad because the offense is keeping them out there. You cannot go and regardless if you're a fan or not, any team, you cannot go 9 3-and-outs. That's 27 possessions that you just went. Your defense can't even get a chance to rest, man. You're going right back out there. And of course, I guess a good offense, not a great offense, a good offense that just did exactly what they're supposed to do.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
So I don't duck nobody. I said what I said because I believe from what I saw. The same thing I saw today.
I'm not ducking anybody either. I'm here and I'm on the road. I don't have to do this shit.
I was doing mine in the morning, but I was like, no, I'm gonna do mine tonight because I don't want to hear, hey, coach or whatever, because it's not life or death to me. It's a football game, and I would have loved to have won the game. But if we didn't, I'm cool to say, hey, the better team won tonight, and let that be it. But to go into to try and dissect it of this and that, we played terrible on offense tonight.
And it's not. And look, part of that you have to give props to Texas for making them look terrible and play terrible. That's part of it, right?
Yeah.
You have to do that. And I sent you Sooner Legends email just right now.
Okay. All right, bet. I'll send him invite.
But I mean, you got to give the, and look, that's what I'm saying. We gave them props.
I don't let it bother me, man. I really don't. I don't let too much stuff bother me to the point to where it makes me lose sleep. I don't lose sleep like that. I really don't. Because these are 17, 18-year-old kids that I'm trying to put my beliefs in. I'm cool with the way it turned out.
I'm not going to sit here and do this and go through stuff that doesn't matter because, and we're not even bad mouthing them. We're saying they did their job. They did it. And look, they looked the defensive side of the ball. Yeah. anything that happened on the offensive side was just for the exact reason that I said. They weren't able to get the ball moving. They certainly not in the run game. Now, later in the game, once you got 9 in a row, and the freaking defense. Hey, what was the difference in the time of possession?
Let me see right quick.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Let me see right quick. Time of possession. All right, let me see.
It's got to be ridiculous. 20 minutes.
I'm gonna look at the stats. All
It's
right.
got to be retardedly ridiculous, right?
Let me get to it. I hate this ESPN thing.
What's unacceptable?
All right, here it is.
As the
Box score. All right, time of possession.
our running game was looking good, and he wouldn't stick with it. I don't think it looked good. Brett, what are you talking about? I mean, that sprint run wasn't really working, and it looked like it was a broken play. I didn't love it.
Jason, you'd be surprised.
What?
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
Time of possession.
Yeah.
Oklahoma 32.07. Texas 27.53.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yep.
Well, okay.
Oklahoma had 18 first downs. Texas had 17 first downs. Oklahoma had 2 turnovers. Texas had
They had
1.
18 first downs and 9 in a row, 3 and outs.
Yep.
How does that even happen?
I don't know. They had
Wow.
177 yards rushing on 30 attempts. And 2 of those runs were big
Yeah, they
runs.
had a couple. They did have some good runs, but they were the runs that were just those. I just didn't understand the look of them. It felt like anytime you just if it was a design quarterback run or whatever, and he
Yeah.
wasn't just running for his life, that was one thing. If
Yeah.
he handed the ball off on like a stretch run or something like that, that was one thing.
Yeah.
But in all, it just didn't. I don't know, man. I don't understand why you're not gonna. You're not. They couldn't. Chunk plays were just not happening, man.
Yeah.
Because they only really they tried that one deep pass on that first drive, and then when he didn't hit it, he went away from it.
Yeah.
He just stopped doing it. To me, I don't know what happened. I think that there's a mixture of things. I'm just telling you, if this is the offense you came up with, in 2 weeks' time, this was your game plan. I don't need you on my team anymore. I don't need you calling plays anymore and coming up with the game plan. And to be honest with you, it's a failure on Brent Venables' part for not making sure that the game plan was going to be right.
Yeah.
If he signed off on that game plan, then he made a big mistake. If he didn't, then he needs to start paying attention and
I think he
realizing.
will, man. I think it's just hard
Listen,
for
I love
him,
Brent. You
which
know I do. You know I think he's the guy. But this is part of his maturation, coach. You know that.
yep. Yep. No. I think what it is, he came in and brought Levy in and thought that Levy was going to be his Mike Leach to what Bob had, and it wasn't. And just like that, he left. But you have to bring in somebody else instead of this is Oklahoma. This is not Temple, and this is not places where you can just say, "Well, we'll just put so and so." You have to get someone in there because you have guys. Now, I can't believe that Kirby, the Herbie, Kurt, Herbstring, and everything, they all said the same thing.
What?
It's hard. And I'm glad they said it because I would never say it. And Brent's never going to say it. It's hard to do something. And somebody made a comment about, well, Ryan Wingo was a freshman, all that. They were groomed to be the starters when they got there. So all preseason they were playing with the ones. We
They were
had 6
5-star
receivers that
guys.
was supposed to be playing with the ones. Then they got hurt. Then we had to just throw them in. So
Yeah.
it's still they should
But
still
okay,
play good.
hold on.
What's up?
If you haven't been working with, you're not playing, you're not getting a lot of reps and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you start getting reps, and you're just supposed to turn into Ryan Wingo. Is that the expectation now?
Well, they were saying that Ryan Wingo is a freshman, and so is someone
I
else.
understand that. Look, they don't
But if
grow these
I'm a
guys on
freshman,
trees, Coach Ricks.
I know. But see, they don't understand the way I'm trying to explain this. Ryan Wingo and I guess Ivan Karen, they were already going to start and playing with the ones all preseason. We had Farouk, we have Andrew Anthony, we have Nick Anderson, and we had Deion Burke. We have all these guys that's been playing with the ones all preseason. Then game time comes to the first game, 2 get hurt. Then the third one get hurt. Then the fourth one get hurt. Then the fifth one get hurt. So you got 6 receivers that out. So you're asking guys that are talented freshmen to come in and play. And they did the best they could, man.
Their
Like I
best
said,
receiver coming in was not Wingo though. It was more.
I thought it was more.
I think it was more today even. Don't you?
Yeah.
And Shawty, I don't agree with what you're talking about with the premature decision. It was not premature. No, it wasn't. If you didn't watch that game, if that's what you're saying.
It's just that I don't know about that Sooner Cowboys. I mean, they do have playmakers, but I'm telling you, to replace
it's not. Bond is very good too. Bond is their most explosive guy, I would think.
Yeah.
But I'm saying their guy that's been their most dependable receiver has been more. I've watched every play they've had all year.
Yeah. All I know, man, is
Did
that.
Did you send that to Legend? Did you send that to his email?
I sent it to him. Yeah, I sent it to him.
All right.
Yeah, I sent it to him. It's just I don't want to. I'm never going to make excuses because I'm gonna be a fan regardless. But I'm not gonna try to sit here and make it seem like I'm ducking it. I'm just trying to be before the game and after the game. I always told you I'm realistic. I try to do with points. Try to do with facts. It is hard.
Yeah, did you get that super chat?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go back.
From T Boomer.
T Boomer. I can't lie. Seth is not it, Jason. Yeah. He's not. I mean, look.
We just said it. Yeah, the same thing we feel like.
But
Kimberly, had real quick, don't apologize to Texas. Just it's one thing to say you're wrong. I was wrong. You guys were backing up what I was saying. I was wrong about it. I can admit that. They're better on defense than I thought they were. Much better. Maybe some of that is because they're really bad on offense right now at Oklahoma, and we're seeing more and more of that every week.
Hey, Pete the Great, like Jason said, when the dam broke, but 35 yards to rush.
They show you all the time, Coach.
Yeah.
How little they understand. You wonder why we fuck with y'all.
What's going on, Lightning Man?
What's going on, Coach Jason?
Sitting here, man, trying to eat this crow barbecue with a little bit of salad.
Oh, I've already put my video up. I gave my flowers to the Texas fans. I even gave them a hook them in there like I promised I would, and man of my word. So, been eating my crow and humble pie today myself.
But this is the thing.
No, you don't give.
This would have been if this would have been reversed.
No,
it wouldn't be 93 people in here. And I'm a man of my word. I come back in here the next day, or they come back in here after the game and say, "Hey, look, y'all won the game.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't play nowhere near capability of what we can do.
No,
and it just sucks that you had 2 weeks to plan for a game, and this is what you got."
Yeah, Coach, I hate to use this excuse because Texas did kick our butts today. that our offensive line and we're playing with a duct tape and baling wire offense put together.
You being
You know,
generous.
No, man. But they're hey, look. This is on Seth. This is on
yep,
Seth and JoJo and Brent Venables for that matter.
yeah. You know, you're right, Jason, because I said it in my video I put out after the game.
Yeah.
Seth had 2 freaking weeks to prep for this game, and this is what he showed us, Sooner fans. Why
Yeah.
didn't Brent go over the game plan? Why was there not better preparation?
If Brent,
Or
if he okayed that,
if he okayed this, then
He was pissed after the game. He couldn't even talk. He was pissed. That he was pissed. So
sorry, fellas.
it has to get changed.
I
Mhm.
can't
It
hear
has
you
to
though.
get changed
Oh, sorry.
because
Sorry about that. My son was trying to call me.
oh no, you fine.
No, man. Look, the bottom line is that to me, this is the step that we keep talking about with Coach V, right? That you got to make that next maturation yourself in being a CEO. I've used that analogy of when you become the head chef, you don't get to blame it on the dessert chef when somebody
Right.
gets food poisoning in your restaurant.
That's
You're the
right.
boss. So it's on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at. And that it's like, okay, look, and we understand that he's a defensive coach, overall. But if you think about, I'll just go and say a guy like a Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick don't give a shit what. Yeah, he was a defensive guy. He ran every piece of that program with the Patriots, right?
Yep.
Everything. His hands were all over all of it.
So did Bob Stoops.
So did Bob
Um,
Stoops. So does every head coach. So does
Nick
Nick
Saban,
Saban. So does Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart. They got
I mean,
they got their hands all over everything.
Yeah, it's coming. He's gonna
yeah,
have to do it. I mean,
dude.
I think and
You,
has anybody noticed
little
this? And
cool.
maybe
It's not a flawed. Look, just because you guys proved that you are good like that doesn't mean that was a flawed argument. You hadn't played anybody yet.
answer this question. Maybe you guys might know this, and sooner or later you can take two. Do we think that
I don't know. I don't agree with what Shotty's saying either. He's talented. He is ready. He showed he's ready in the past games.
it
He didn't
wasn't
have a good
him? It
game
was the
today.
play calling. That was the play calling.
They didn't give him much of a
Was
game
the
plan to work
play
with, and they damn
calling.
sure didn't give him any time to throw. And to be honest, the receivers weren't getting separation, and a lot of that would go on. A lot of that goes on the fact that they're a little better than we thought they were in the secondary too. Look, I'm telling you, Texas is a good football team. What do you guys want me to say? That I love Texas? Fuck Texas.
I just think, man, that this is
That's
going to
it.
be.
That's all I can tell you guys. But I'm telling you this. I hope they fire Seth and Joe John on the way home. And
Me
I'm not
too.
that guy to do that shit either.
Me either.
No, I don't like that. But something has to be
But
done
I don't think he
because
belongs there.
this is.
And I think that he's had plenty enough time to show that he doesn't belong there.
Well, I said in my video that Brent needs to have a come to Jesus meeting with himself. Does he want to continue coaching and coach at a high level at OU? Or does he want to be loyal
Coordinator
to his coordinators and be mediocre at best?
You know who you need to be loyal to? The players that you promised to bring them a
Exactly.
championship.
Yep.
Your boss that hired you because he believed that you'd bring him a championship. That's your job. Your job is to be loyal to that player, to the players only, really. And then if you do that part and you do what you're supposed to do, then your job will take care of itself. Look, I don't think that he's done a terrible job. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you that there's a big thing missing right now, and it's the fact that, look, you got to get more involved in all of it, man. And this autonomy thing, we've said it for 2 years. I don't like it. I hated the autonomy from day one. I didn't like it with Levy.
No.
But
because Levy got too far away from. There was times that it just felt like he didn't really know what his goal was.
Yep.
Yeah. But then look what happened today.
Or when he had found something. Sometimes coaches get in their own way with that kind of stuff. They keep running play after play, and they don't. What is your goal? What is it? Because when you find it, you should know. And keep pressing that button until the button breaks. And sometimes it was no rhyme or reason. And I'm not saying that Levy's not a really good coach, because he is. Go ahead with that super chat.
Thanks for super chat, Benji.
Is
Texas defense still a fraud? Love y'all, chat.
I've already said it. I just said it in here.
I don't think it's a fraud. I thought they were. I don't think it's a fraud.
They are. And overall, Texas is better than I thought they were. Now,
I'll say it, Jason.
Again,
I'll say it.
Yeah, 13 yards in the first quarter.
Texas is not a fraud.
But Oklahoma proceeded to have 9 straight 3-and-outs and then started turning the damn football over.
Yeah.
Eventually, the dam breaks, even for the best defenses in the country. You got to put some damn points up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to help them out and play complimentary football, and that is not going on in Norman.
No.
Yeah.
No. You can't. I don't care if you're Georgia, Alabama, or any of the great defenses. If you play a majority of the game on the defensive side of the ball, when your offense ain't producing any points and going 3-and-out, your defense is going to wear that down. I don't care how good of a defense you are.
Yeah. Yep. And you know what, Son Legend? That's why I'm on here tonight, man, because I had my granddaughter with me.
There's no doubt about it, Legend.
I had my granddaughter with me, and I was going to do mine tomorrow, but
you got to do your job.
I was like, no,
and
I don't want to run.
Literally, 2 weeks. That was your game plan, Coach Ricks. You're an offensive coach, right?
Yeah.
Coach Ricks.
Yeah. What's up?
I think you're muted.
No, he's not. I can hear him on my end, Jason.
I can't hear shit. I'll pop out and come right back.
Okay.
Okay.
But Coach Ricks, like I was saying, sir, I mean, this is a tough. I ain't gonna lie to you, but you know what? I said in my video, I'm not going to let this game give me nightmares, because I'm a combat vet, and there's worse things that'll give me nightmares than OU Texas loss.
Man, look, I did Desert Storm, Desert Eagle, and everything, and I'm not going to sit here and stress over a football game that 17 to 21, 20-year-old kids play. Do I think it could have been executed better? Yes. Do I think that it could have been a better outcome? Yes.
Yeah.
But you still have to trust. And I think that Michael Hawkins saw what happened to J.A.
Exactly.
And now he's so afraid to make a mistake that he got shutters on. That he's only looking at one thing. And when it's not there, he's thinking that he's fast enough to get what he needs, and he's not, because you're playing right into their hands. A spy to the left, a spy to the right, condense everything in the middle, and make him see only one thing, middle of the field, where he doesn't want to throw because the ball might get tipped, interception. Then he's scared that he's on the bench.
Right.
So it's very unfortunate, but that's when we need an OC or a quarterback's coach to say, hey,
thank you.
You know, we need both. Lincoln was both. I hate to say it. Lincoln was both.
Lincoln was both.
And we need a quarterback coach, and we need an OC. That way, I don't like coordinators that's up in the damn booth.
Me either.
Be down on the field.
Me either. I've never liked a coordinator in the booth,
because I want to be able. Are you there, big dog?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hear me now.
I'm gonna go ahead.
What was your question?
Go ahead and drive while I'm doing this, so if y'all lose me, you know why.
Okay.
What was your question?
Yep.
You said you had a question for me.
Oh yeah. So we're talking about offensively. You're an offensive coach, right? I mean, what was your, obviously your goal is to score points and stuff like that, but what was your process for trying to figure out what it is that you're trying to do for your game plans? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something, there's a goal aside from let's win the fucking football game, right?
I was just telling Sooner Legend and everything, man, is that this is if it was me, and like I said, high school is different than college, of course, but still, X's and O's are still X's and O's.
Sure.
We tried to exploit mismatches. From the game that I saw, anybody notice the first half? I mean, the first quarter, what OU was doing so good?
Yeah,
Running off the edge.
I've said that all year long.
Why'd you stop it? We were running up the gut in the A and B gap against all these other teams and wasn't getting shit.
Right.
We were up against Texas on the outside of tackle and we getting 5-6 yards of carry. Why we stop it?
That's what I can't understand.
We deliberately stopped running something that was productive and went to some bullshit that was
went
called.
nine straight 3-and-outs.
But to answer your question, Jason, in this game right here, from what I saw, this is what I would have done. I would have continued. How many times did Michael Hawkins go under center, come turn around and do a play action? Because we were running the ball good off the edge. That's when you implement your play action, and then you hit your bootlegs, or you give your quarterback time to see more than one progression. I do not like the shotgun formation and then trying to run the ball. It doesn't. It's not a real good decoy.
No,
it really. At least it really go with a pistol or something. Yeah, but you know what? That's just kind of.
But
that's just the way things are these days, and I get that, and like I agree with you. I mean, I'd love to see the guys go under center every once in a while. We know that doesn't really happen very much. You know.
Yeah.
But it's just, and particularly in the air raid system. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that I want you to get rid of the air raid or any of that stuff. I want you to stop running the bear raid or veer and shoot, and mixing in your air raid principles that aren't working because I don't think he knows what he's doing.
He doesn't. I mean, I'm gonna sit here and say this and like I said, even though I know it's high school, I've been an OC for 10 years, and I can tell you right now, that shit today was drawing a sand kind of shit.
Yeah, the same thing we'd do in the Sandlot.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, man. That right there was, I'm scared to call the offense. I'm scared to put my quarterback in a position to where he's gonna. I mean, this is what this was today. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat shit. If you're asking me a question, I've done this before. I wouldn't have been scared to call a damn OC game in this damn game. It's basic stuff. I do what gets me 5 and 6 yards. I will nickel and dime your ass down the field if I have to. It'll be a long. You know how painful it is for you to go a 17 drive, 5 yards, and then score a touchdown on the damn defense. They do not like that. 17, 18 plays. They do not like that.
Nope.
But you can't go 9 and out. Excuse me, 3 and out 9 straight times and expect to beat somebody. So I'm going to give credit to where credit is due, but you get handcuffed to a damn football or to a damn post is what Michael Hawkins was tonight, because that was the OC that did that. And I'm sorry.
I've said this jokingly today on a few other podcasts. Hell, nothing else ain't working. Put the wishbone in, run the freaking wishbone.
oh, Buckwild, this is not excuses. I'm just telling you what I saw. And that would be the same thing to tell you if we would have won. I would still complain about some things that I saw. Is that why do I deliberately?
I think Tim Beck is probably the best OC right now, because he's that guy that's he's multiple. He doesn't care what he runs. He runs what works for his players. You know,
and
he runs the right game plan for who they're going to play against right now.
And Ranger, no, There is no other Nick Saban. There will
No,
never be another Nick Saban. There
there's
will
never
never
been
be
another.
another Nick Saban. Not with the NIL deal going around. There will
No,
never be another Nick Saban.
no, there will never
Period.
be another. There will be another. There will be another. Will never be another Saban, Switzer, Bear Bryant, Vince Dooley, Lou
The game
Holtz.
is
There will be
different
no.
now, guys. The game is
The
different. That's
game
the
is
point.
different.
Yes.
And I've never said in my life since I've been podcasting that Brent was going to be the next Nick Saban.
Now,
Yeah.
look, I think that Brent's done a lot of things that I'm not saying that we need to fire Brent Venables. I'm saying it's time
No,
for Brent Venables to take over the entirety of the program
exactly.
instead of just focusing his attention on that defense. He's got Zach Alley now. It's time that you can trust Zach to do the right thing with your defense.
Yes.
You know that whether you're running it or Zach's running it, if your offense never moves the football, then your defense suffers from that. If that's the
Right.
only reason that he gets involved, then he's got to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's his record, guys. It's his record and his damn ass on the line by and large. I mean, look, they're all on contract, but the point is that when it comes to Brent Venables, he's the one that ultimately he holds all their jobs in his hand by his job.
Mm-hmm.
He gets fired, they're all gone.
Which brings me to the question: do you think Monday morning Joe C kind of has a little one-on-one talk with Brent about this situation?
I think Joe C's having that conversation with Brent
Right now.
Right now. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Right now.
If he hadn't had it in the last 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't watched, and I hadn't gotten a chance to watch. I mean, shit, you couldn't get on the internet. But I hadn't really had a chance to watch the press conference. You guys can fill me in on it. I'm sure he's.
I haven't either, Jason.
From what I saw a little bit of it, and you know how Brent is. He is meticulous with detail. He likes to look a man in the eye and talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the first time that he was not looking at people when he was talking to him. He was pissed.
Yeah, he wanted to kick his dog. That's how he was the whole first year when they were losing those damn one-score games.
Yeah.
He looked like he was ready to. He had an ulcer the size of freaking your fist, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
these
guys hate losing more than they love winning.
Yeah.
Help me understand, Jason and Coach. We've already played what, 6 games?
Yes.
And we've maybe seen just a minute bit of an improvement on the O-line, if any at all. Do we start questioning the Big Bill now?
No.
Oh.
I don't think it's Bill.
It ain't Bill, man.
Because
guys, the whole
Jason, I was just asking. This was just running through my mind today.
I will say this. Here's what I'll tell you about Big Bill. He's in charge of the protections and what needs to be called and how they're doing whatever. Does he need to make some changes? Yeah, probably.
Yes.
No, I mean, he's not above reproach. I'm not saying that's not, but I'm going to say that this is baby with the bathwater shit. If we start talking about questioning him.
Yeah, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like, come on. Again, we could say, you said it on your show last week when Ty was on there. Think of all the SEC schools that will be lining up for his services if you do that. And guess
that's
what?
true.
Ryan Fasusi, Ryan Foji,
right?
Gone. The chances that you get Babaloa, over. You don't do that. You don't do that. It's not. But if the whole system is flawed from the start, and the other thing is they've had a shit ton of injuries.
Right.
I know they've been together now. This is what, the 3rd week in a row that they played.
Right.
That they have the same 5. Okay, great. But everybody else, they've had 6 games now that they've all been together. And the fact of the matter is that defensive front at Texas is better than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
and they got in on them. Look, they may just not be as good, and this is part of the portal game. Look, Alabama's struggling on their offensive line still too.
They sure are.
You know what, Jason? The one thing that we run on my defense that Texas ran today that I was happy to see at a college level that hasn't been ran that often. You know when a guy goes in motion on a jet sweep,
Mm-hmm.
that strong safety blitzes from that side that he just left. No one does it no more because
I know why.
some reason I've always been told. I've always tell my guys if that receiver goes in motion, when we adjust and we shift, that backside backer is going to blitz
Mm-hmm.
because that quarterback never see it coming. Michael
That's right.
Hawkins didn't see it coming.
Nope.
So the game plan is Texas was not playing up on the receivers on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, and somebody said it in the comment earlier. T Boomer, Coach Ricks, how many times was the running back open and never got a look his way? Running back was open at least 5 times in the
At least
flat,
5.
in the flat.
So was Bauer. I saw JJ Hester streaking down the field in the middle. I mean, there was
Did y'all see Gavin Salchuk? Did y'all see Salchuk wide open down the sideline?
Yeah.
But guys, you can also forgive the quarterback for not seeing that when he has a second and a half before he's getting bared down upon.
True.
Right.
True.
That's right. That's true.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, it's easy to sit here and say, like Christopher Shannon just did, that fucking Michael Hawkins sucks over one damn football game when you weren't saying that the other day. Or it's easy to say shit like that. But these guys have to go through the maturation. None of it, even the best players in the world, the best quarterbacks in the world, they don't do that. They don't just become that guy overnight. And they learn at the college level. They learn when they get to the NFL. That it takes time, always. And look, right now, you got outplayed. You got out schemed out everything today.
Yeah.
And we just, again, the propensity to want to throw babies out with the bathwater is dumb.
Yeah. I was just asking that question, Jason. I wasn't trying to.
I'm not even talking about you right now. I'm talking about also, like, saying shit like about Michael Hawkins now. We just got rid of the other quarterback that Christopher Shannon was talking shit about.
Yeah, and now all we have left.
We're going to go back to him thinking that that's going to save anything. What are we talking about?
Yeah, and now if you're wanting to bench Michael Hawkins, who we got now? Casey Thompson. He's the last one in.
Love of God, with Casey Thompson, really?
Yeah. I'm just saying how Sooner fans.
Everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Casey. Before everybody loses their shit, I'm not hating on him. I'm just telling you, he ain't that dude. Could there become a point that maybe you need because of his? I don't know, man. I don't think that's what you're looking for. I know he can throw. He's there to become a coach, guys. And nobody was saying this yesterday or this morning.
Yeah. Ben we was just assuming that Joe C was going to talk to BV about Seth. We're thinking he's having that talk. He either had it after the game or.
I like this one. Latrell may very well be gone.
I would have left his ass in Dallas.
Man, look, this is one thing that I'm not about taking guys' livelihoods and affecting change in their life.
Man, they're gonna get paid.
But here's my thing. You have to be loyal to the players in the university first. Over guys' employment.
That's the whole thing we were talking about with Jackson. That you can say whatever you want about today. And I don't think that anybody's going to tell you that Michael Hawkins had a good day, including Michael Hawkins.
Exactly.
Right? But that doesn't change what happened in the Tennessee game or what led up to him getting the hook.
Here's the thing about that, Sooner Cowboy.
Because of 3 absolutely ridiculous turnovers that cost you the football game.
Yep.
Here's the thing on that, Sooner Cowboy.
We've watched this
He's not.
kid come in and do amazing things. He tried to lead a comeback against Tennessee. It was a little much. He led an 11-point comeback in a matter of, 2 minutes?
Yep.
Against Auburn on the road, and you guys don't get to say both things, that it's a tough place to go play, or, oh, they suck. You don't get to say both.
Yeah.
If it's tough to play everywhere in the SEC, then it's tough to play everywhere in the SEC. I don't want to hear that shit anymore.
Man, look, everybody in the SEC is struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
Well, I think there's a little more parity in the SEC than there used to be. But I also... Yeah. What's going on in that LSU Ole Miss game right now?
Dude, I never thought in my life I would ever see South Carolina go into Tuscaloosa.
Dude,
they go down to the wire.
They'll look great one week and trash the next. I can't with Shane. Shane Beamer, I would never hire that guy.
That game right now, Ole Miss is 20 and LSU 13.
Oh, wow.
Right now, Florida is tied with Tennessee 17-17.
Nah, I knew that was coming. Florida always beats Tennessee. Florida always beats Tennessee.
And Oregon is marching with 3 minutes left in the game. Ohio State's up 31-29.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I said, man, this is the year. This is the year. And I'm gonna be. I've never thought I would say this about college football because I love college football more than I like the NFL. I hate that.
I don't even watch the NFL right now.
And somebody will say, what? I don't like NFL because it's just spoiled people, spoiled kids. So here's my thing.
It's turned weird too. There's so much weird stuff going on at the same time, and I'm upset about Otis Taylor, so I'm like, fuck the NFL right now. But
here's my thing. If you remove all the BS that's going on today before this game, Oklahoma has yet, we are 6 games in, have yet to have at least 2 of their starting receivers.
Yeah.
At least 2.
You know what though? They've yet to do in the last 4. They've got 4 touchdown drives in 4 games.
Yeah.
That's not good, man.
No.
Yeah.
So it tells you is that the commentators and everybody's saying great things about. Remember when we used to play SEC teams? They always say Oklahoma can score points, but can they stop anybody?
Yeah.
Now, can Oklahoma score any points?
No, and the answer is unequivocally no.
So,
like, literally, you put 3 points on the board. You should have had 6. Finally got a miss from Keltner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, but look, you could have win with 13 yards in the first quarter, plus a turnover in their own territory that you didn't even convert into points at all. That should have been a touchdown. It should have been 10-0 before they ever got started. At worst, it should have been 10-0, or at worst, it should have been at least 6. Right?
Yeah.
But you can't go out there and do that. And Oklahoma had, it was close to 200 yards in that. The second quarter and the third quarter, Texas has 200 and 300 yards. They put 500 yards up in the next 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
it's not just because the defense sucks. Because all of a sudden the defense sucks when they held you to 13 in the first damn quarter and turned you over. No, they were on the field way too fucking long.
Yeah.
Because you had 9 straight 3-and-outs.
Hey guys, I know it's a lot of people in here, man. Let's at least hit the like button if you're gonna come in here and commentate.
And they're trashing everybody. You better
piece.
not be a freeloader. Do not be a freeloader.
Come in here, hit the like button. I mean, because we're gonna take this. I'm gonna eat this crow with a little bit of barbecue and a little bit of bourbon sauce. So, it is what it is for me.
Good for you, Texas. You finally won another Red River game. Yay, yay, yay. Go fuck yourself.
Boy, you crazy, boy.
I don't give a shit. I'm a good coach for you. I don't give a shit. They're coming in here talking shit because they won. Good for them. And we were, yes, I was wrong. We could have very easily been right if what we were just talking about had a little bit of offense behind it. And I did add that in, that we needed to continue getting better on offense. They didn't do that today. It could have turned it. It didn't. In the end, Texas did their thing. They won the game. They did what they were supposed to do to win. Oklahoma didn't. We're not denying that. None of us are. You don't have to love it, and you can talk all the shit you want. It's fine. But don't expect us to just sit here and take your bullshit and not say nothing back to you. Especially me. You guys know better.
Hey, Oregon is on the 5-yard line. On Ohio State's 5-yard line.
Damn.
Look. I've seen this game on my phone. Neither one of these damn teams got defense. They're just going up and down the field. 8 plays, 70 yards. 7 plays, 80 yards. 9 plays, 75 yards. What the hell?
They turned it into a Pac-12 scoring fest.
Hey,
after dark.
what's up, Benji? Hey, so is next year going to be a rebuilding year? Nah.
No, guys, there's a lot of talent. Despite what Christopher Shannon was in there saying, there's a shit ton of talent there.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Damn.
Yeah. Man, look, Billy and them, they're gone.
Brother, yeah, that's not the same thing.
They're gone. I mean, so
look, I think that what they have to do is change some things up on how, I mean, are you rebuilding an offense? I don't know. I think if you go get the right coordinator here, stop with the nepotism crap, or if you want to call it nepotism, you don't have to get somebody that graduated from Oklahoma or played at Oklahoma to be your coordinator. You don't.
Well, it's like I said,
go get the best guy.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said in my video. There's 3 former players that I've seen that was top-notch assistants in OU, and that was Lucius Selman, Gary Gibbs, and Jackie Shipp. Them's the only 3 that was worth their salt as assistants. That was former players.
Well, and Josh was.
Yeah, but he sucked at the end. So
I don't know. I don't
think he sucked and everything. I think what it is.
Points a game that last year, right?
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, you know who really sucked was Mike.
Oh yeah, Mike Stoops.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. When that a team doesn't have their 4 or 5 or 6 best receiver, it makes the defense a little bit more comfortable. Makes the defense a little bit more, I can do this and do that, because let's be realistic. If I'm a junior or senior and I'm playing against a freshman, I already feel like I got the edge already.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because of maturity and because I've seen things that they hadn't seen. And I just feel like I'm the better off talent and I'm developed. Here's the thing on what happened today. We didn't give our team a chance to win the game. We were playing not to lose.
Right.
You put Michael Hawkins deer with headlights, and he looked. Somebody said it in the chat. It was unfortunate looking at him because you can tell that it was getting to him. It was getting to him.
Yeah.
And I'm very sad, man, that it went down like this, because I've always tell my players, and I live my life the same way. I don't mind losing.
No,
I don't mind getting beaten losing, but I'm not going to beat myself.
Right.
OU didn't give themselves a chance today. Let's just keep it real.
No.
I was texting Jason when he was at the stadium.
Mean that Texas didn't do their thing. That means that OU didn't do their thing. That's why that game is usually very, very close, right? Because you step up on both things.
Yeah. Well,
That's not true, Shawty. He is ready. JA isn't any more ready than he is. I guarantee you. He hasn't shown that he's any more ready. He has no more bigger arm than what Hawkins has, not as fast or quick, and he hadn't processed information worth a damn. Today was he had a bad game today. He's had very good outings the last 2 times he's been in. He's been more impressive by a lot than Jackson Arnold. By a lot.
Oregon just went up 32-31. It's but hold on. I'm a call it right now. Ohio State has 1:47 left. They're gonna go down and kick a field goal.
Oh yeah.
Because they haven't stopped. Man, look, I'm gonna read something off to you right quick. This is what this game's been like. Okay. 6. Oh, hold on. 6 plays, touchdown, Ohio State. 6 plays, touchdown, Oregon. 7 plays, 75 yards, Oregon. 12 plays, 75 yards, touchdown, Ohio State. 5 plays, 32 yards, field goal, Oregon. 4 plays, 75 yards, Oregon. 4 plays, 74 yard touchdown, Ohio State. 2 plays, 28 yards, touchdown, Oregon. This is what I'm talking about. 7 plays, touchdown. 5 plays, touchdown. Ain't no defense in this damn game whatsoever.
Well, I had a couple of my Texas Longhorn fans over watching the game with me today. We do this every year. It's an annual thing.
That's brutal.
And they said, Mike, don't hang your head, buddy. You're and that's where I got this phrase. He said, y'all's players you're playing with the duct tape and baling wire team. He said, man, he said it'll get better. Don't worry about it. Because man, I had to pick myself up off of that one.
You know what, guys? I would give Texas. I would be like, you know what, Texas, you came in here and did exactly. If we were full throttle at everybody, and Texas beat us, I would be a little bit more happier that way.
Yeah.
I'd be a little bit more happier that way. The better team won. We had all of our guys. They had all their guys. That but I don't like using it as an excuse. Well, we didn't have this. We don't have that bullshit.
No, we're not making. I'm not gonna make that excuse.
I'm never gonna do it.
They needed to do. Damn it. Period.
I'm never gonna do it.
Didn't because look, the defense gave them an opportunity to be in that game, and they didn't get in it. So that's not the fault of anybody but them. Period. So that's where I think, and look, I'm not the dude that wants to fire people ever. I'm not that guy. I don't want to call for that, but I think that it's been pretty clear, right? That this has been that they were on a tight leash.
Yeah.
For now, and that it was a wait and see, and I don't know how. If you don't think, look, when you see what you saw today, how in the world could you believe that he's the guy, that these 2 guys are who should be leading your offense? There's no way that Brent thinks that. And if that's the case, why would you wait? Why are you going to let him run that offense for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
Because to me, you've got a guy like Emmett Jones in there that everybody thinks could be an OC easily, or a head coach even. And
one thing we'll get out of Emmett.
We bring him in and let him finish out the season. If it works, maybe we stick with him. If it doesn't, we don't. But he knows that. I mean, look, he would, and maybe Emmett does do that. I think he's very good.
Yeah.
I think he's very good. I think he's done a great job. I think that, all that recruiting good and all that other stuff that he's done, doesn't look great right now because all those guys are hurt.
Yeah.
That they were expecting big things from. Now, I would love to see, I don't know why we're not seeing Ivan carry on. I don't know why we haven't seen very much Zion Kearney. We're talking
Or
about
Zion
big body
Reagan.
dudes. Zion Reagan's even. Well, and Zion had a couple of times that he was streaking down the damn field today.
Yeah.
And didn't get hit. But again, whatever was going on there, and look, I'm going to say this again. Texas wasn't even really blitzing. They were.
No.
It was just their normal pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty vanilla.
Well,
And I mean, look,
they
they're
played a
good.
lot of
They're good.
they played a lot of
They're
3-3-5. A lot of 3-3-5. And that's a good look. That's normally what I run. What used to run whenever I think I have a mobile quarterback at the 3-3-5, because it gives you 2 extra spies on the quarterback. It doesn't take you out of your formation and everything for play action or for deep passes. Everybody is aligned and everybody is guarded. But it'll put your spy on the Mike side and put your spy on the weak side.
Dogs up front to run that 3-3-5. But to run that 3-3-5 and get pressure on the quarterback, you got to have some nasty dudes in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, Coach, I got to get out of here. I'm
about to get off myself because it's 11 o'clock here, and I got my grandbaby, and I got to put it to bed.
But thanks for having me on, Coach. You have my email now. Anytime you want me to jump on with you, I'll be. Jason,
it's gonna be a lot.
Jason, good seeing you, brother.
Yeah, man. We'll do something tomorrow, man. And I know Coach Ricks, you got something, but I'm supposed to do something with K. Chris, I think, when he gets home too. So we'll be talking a lot.
I'm doing something,
brother.
I wasn't gonna not show up and have you guys talking shit that I didn't come in here.
No. I was gonna have your back. because I was gonna come on for 30.
Hey,
I'd have had you back, Jason.
I don't duck conversations. I say what I say, and I back up what I say. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. I was wrong.
At the end of the day, guys, we're all grown men.
Yep.
I can agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm cool with how everything turned out today, to be honest.
Me too.
I would love to have won.
Anybody that picks games that says that is 100%, because that the dude don't exist.
No.
But Coach, you take care. Jason, love you, brother. Y'all have a good one.
Love you, man. We'll talk to you guys later on.
All right. Y'all take care, guys.
All right, Coach Ricks. Thanks, man.
Hey, Jason,
Going
man.
down anyway.
Hey, you good, man. Get home safe, man. Get home safe. And hey, guys, I'll be on tomorrow and everything, man, to do another recap of this and everything, man. Look at some more of the footage so I can have a little bit more comments to say. Texas fans, good game. We'll try again next year. All right, Jason, man. Take care of yourself, man.
Horns down anyway. F Texas.
Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man.
All right, man. Later.
Hey, boomer sooner, but.
Boomer.
Sooner.